And put your feet on the floor. Go ahead. And you can start to windshield wiper your knees back and forth. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Yoga Fundamentals 1 with me, Annie. Please lay down. Take some full inhales and exhales. Maybe a full body stretch. You're going to need 2 blocks today. Hopefully you have those and a strap if it's handy. And if not, don't worry about it. Bend your knees, put your feet on the floor, open your arms like a T, and start to windshield wiper your knees back and forth. And you could add a twist here. Feel free to close your eyes. This week's theme is concentration. I feel like I've been talking about this theme for a year, but it's only been like 5 days. Dharana concentration. We do it in yoga all the time. Sometimes we call it meditation. Sometimes it's just movement. We often practice it in standing balancing poses, which we're going to do today. Bringing your knees in towards your chest, keeping your head on the floor. Put your hands on your shins, cross your ankles, squeeze your knees in. Rock a little side to side. Holding onto your kneecaps, patellas, moving your knees in circles. Go the other way with the knees. Breathing while you do this. Placing your feet on the floor. Take a full inhale, expand your rib cage. Exhaling, lift your right leg straight up towards the ceiling. Straighten your knee as much as you can. Move your foot around in big, slow circles. Holding it wherever you feel a nice stretch. Continuing to breathe deeply. Relax your shoulders and your face. For 3, 2, and 1. Cross your ankle over. Place your ankle bone onto your left quad. Bringing your left knee in if you'd like, or keep that left foot on the floor. Two. 3, 4, and 5. Put your left foot down. Take your right leg out onto your mat and extend it out straight. Bring your left knee into your chest. Wrap your hands around your shin. Squeeze that left knee towards your left armpit. Guide your left knee all the way to the right. We're going to take a twist. Roll up onto your right hip. Use your right hand to pull that left knee down. Maybe all the way to the floor. Let's try it. Take your left knee all the way to the floor. You're going to have to really roll over. Then Keeping that left knee down on the floor to the side. Sweep your left arm up towards the ceiling and then open out to the left. And I just want it to hang there. Maybe your shoulder's on the floor. Mine is not. It's not even close. I have to reach my hand down to the floor to get it to touch. Turning your nose to the ceiling or maybe to the left. Take some full inhales. Separate your fingers on your left hand. Open your palm up towards the ceiling. Reach out with that left arm and then rotate your left palm to the floor and still reach as far as you can out to the left. Turning your left palm back up towards the ceiling. Full inhale. And then exhaling, roll onto your back. Put your feet on the floor. Do some windshield wipers back and forth. Come to center. Take a full inhale. And exhale, lifting your left leg up. Straighten that knee. Moving your foot around in big circles, slow circles. Noticing how your shin feels and your calf and your outer ankle and inner ankle as you go around in circles. Breathing. Crossing your left ankle right on top of that right quad. Flex your foot, bringing your right knee in towards your chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Place your right foot down, left leg up, and down to the mat. Just lay it down. Bring your right knee into your chest. Use your hands. Interlace your fingers around your shin. Squeeze that right knee out towards your right armpit. Cross it over. Roll all the way up onto your hip. Keep going all the way until that right knee touches the floor, and you can hold that with your left hand. Put your head back on the floor. Take your right arm up to the ceiling, and then open it and just let it fall back towards the floor. And it may just hang there in space, heavy, or you may be on the floor. Open your palm, separate your fingers, stretch your fingers wide, turning your palm up towards the ceiling. Extend your elbow. Extension means straighten for the elbow. Reach further out to the right with that arm. Turning your head a little bit more to the right. Turn your right palm to the floor. This is with effort. Like, give that a little effort on that turn. Breathing. And then turning your right palm back up to the ceiling. Taking another deep inhale. And exhale. Roll onto your back. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Again, crossing your ankles. Squeeze your knees in with your hands, rocking side to side. Uncross your ankles, placing your knees and feet next to each other, still drawn in. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift your head and shoulders, reaching down for the soles of your feet, or wrap your arms around your hamstrings. Grab opposite forearms, and then flex your feet with some effort. and press your heels forward, just forward, not up, but forward. And if you're really holding on and you press your legs forward, you'll feel a stretch between your upper traps and shoulder blades. Tuck your chin. This should be all leg work here. And I mean, with your arms, you have to hold on, but and then letting go. Hold on behind your knees. Start to swing your legs like you're on a swing. Rock and roll forward and back a few times. Maybe all the way into plow and back up. Roll forward to seated. Come into your favorite seat. Favorite seat. Okay, sitting tall. You can sit crisscross applesauce. You can sit on your blocks, on your knees. Close your eyes. Draw your shoulders back and down. Taking your right ear toward your right shoulder, and then chin to chest. And your left ear over. Move slowly and exaggerate it so you feel a nice stretch in your neck muscles, neck extensors, sides. Sitting up tall now, and pause with the moving the head. You can bring your head to neutral. Take your hands behind you, and even if you're sitting on your rear end in crisscross applesauce, you're just gonna sit up tall, grab onto your right wrist with your left hand, and just pull it over a little bit. And your hand will probably touch the floor. And then take your left ear over toward your left shoulder. Yeah, left ear, left shoulder. And then your chin down toward your chest. And then come back up to the left side and to neutral. Let go, sweep your arms up in a big circle, take an inhale. And then we're gonna fold forward and put your hands on the floor. So if you're seated crisscross applesauce or up on your blocks, we're just gonna reach over as far as you can. Let your back round. And then use your hands to walk yourself back up. And again, sitting tall. Taking your hands behind you and just grab onto that left wrist, and you're just gonna pull it over to the right a little. Take your right ear over to the right, and your chin down to your chest. And you can move between those two or wherever it feels best. Bringing your head back to neutral. Let go. Sweep your arms up in the air, way up high again. Take a big stretch. And one more time, we're gonna bow forward and just round your back. Put your hands on the floor. Walking your hands to the right. Use your left hand for support and just reach that right arm over. Doing a little back rib side stretch. And then we're just gonna walk over to the left. Walk over, and then use your left hand for support, and you're just gonna reach that right arm over. Come back to the middle, and then walk your hands in and use them to press up. Sweep your arms up in a big circle. Lift your gaze, maybe a little back bend. And then slide your hands down to heart center. And open your eyes. Hello. Come on to hands and knees. We'll do some cat-cow. Rounding. You can add in child's pose. You can add in down dog. You could lean forward. When you lift your face, maybe taking your jaw forward so that you feel a stretch in your neck, the front of your neck, like a kissy face, a fishy face. You could also tuck your toes under in tabletop and sit back onto your heels for a foot stretch. You don't have to sit up. You can just press into the floor, back into your feet. You can also put the tops of your feet on the floor and sit back and lean back. That's a lot for people. This is like ballet like stuff when they lean back on their feet like this. It's kind of crazy. You lift your knees off the floor. It's a lot for the ankles. Okay, and that's just a thing, right? I'm not like encouraging that. Kind of have to like move my ankles around in a circle after that one. When you're ready, you can go to down dog. If you'd like to do dolphin instead on the elbows, that's nice too. I like that. Just breathe. That's all. Whether you stay in tabletop, child's pose, dolphin, or down dog. Keep your breath long and even. Draw your waist in. Coming to tabletop, everybody. Sliding your left knee back 12 inches. Reach your right arm up. Take a big twist. Inhale, look towards the ceiling. Threading the needle, dive down, bring that right arm under. Come down to your right temple, side of your head. If you'd like to add in some glute work, lift your left leg and squeeze your buns. I'm going to skip that today, but you are definitely, like, do it. Go for it. You have permission. Now you may think to yourself, what am I supposed to be feeling in this pose? Well, you may feel a lot and don't have that thought. So you can lay on your right arm heavy with like your butt up in the air, or you can press your left hand into the floor and literally give yourself a twist and look at the ceiling. I don't know what you're feeling. There's so many things to feel in this pose, right? Okay, bringing that left knee down, press back up. Sweep your right arm back up towards the ceiling, inhale. So another twist. Bring your right hand down. Bring your right hand down. Take your right foot off of your mat out to the right. Extend that left leg out to the side. And then press yourself up onto your knee and come up. So you're kneeling, facing the north. Well, you can face this way, it doesn't matter. So press yourself up. You're going to be in Parikasana. From here to here. And then we're going to take a big side stretch over with that right arm towards that left leg. Yep, there it is. Come back up to center. Put your right hand back down onto the floor and then sit down onto your right hip. Sit down, right hip. Turning to face the back edge of your mat. Place the sole of your right foot to your left inner thigh, opening out the right knee to the side. Sit up tall, reach both arms up, inhale. Fold down toward your left leg. Maybe a little, maybe a lot. Draw your waist in. I like to reach my right arm across a little, that left leg, and then pull my right shoulder down It's not a big movement. You wouldn't even notice that I'm doing it if you looked at me. Now, because I am the way I am, which is different than you, I feel this in my right knee and my right back, low back, and that's about it. You probably feel it in different places than that. So just go with it, right? If it hurts, don't do it. Like I probably shouldn't go this far because it hurts in my knee, I don't really have any stretching anywhere else. Sitting up, inhale. Plant your right foot on the floor with your knee up towards the ceiling. Put your left hand on the ground behind you, your left hand. Pull your right heel towards your butt. And we're going to take a big stretch up and over. Lift your butt up off of the floor. You might go to your left elbow. Reach your right arm up and over. Butt's off the floor. Either flip this into plank or put your butt down, sit up, and turn over into plank. You'll be facing the way you started, back in tabletop. From plank or tabletop, lower down to the ground. Point your toes, tighten your quads, lift your face, squeeze your shoulder blades together, get light on your hands. Maybe take them off of the floor. Tighten your stomach muscles. Take one more inhale. And then lower down. Use your hands, press into plank or tabletop, and back into down dog. From here, you're going to walk backwards to your feet. Walk your hands backwards. Bend your knees as you go. And then hang over in ragdoll, grabbing opposite elbows or just letting your arms hang. Relax your neck. Knees can be bent or straight. I don't really care. And then letting go of your elbows, walk yourself forward again. And then drop into tabletop, sliding the right knee back and lift your left arm. Right knee back, left arm up. Take a big stretch, twisting. Inhale. Thread the needle, come down and lay on your shoulder. And your arm and your head. You can lift your right leg up and squeeze your glute or keep your knee down. You can lay heavy and just relax on that arm, or you can press into your right hand and look at the ceiling, making you twist more. Long inhales and exhales for 3. 2. 1, bring that right knee down, press up. You're going to reach up again with that left arm. Just take a big twist. Put your left hand on the floor. Lean over to that left side. Turn your left toes out off your mat. Extend your right leg straight. And then press up onto your knee. Reach your left arm up and over. Slide your right hand down towards your shin. You can look down or up. This is Parigasana, cross beam of a gate, or gate pose. Putting that left hand back down on the floor to the left. Lower your left hip down to the floor, to your mat. Turn to face the other short end of your mat. Taking that left leg open to the side with the sole of your foot on your right leg somewhere. Sit up tall, reach up, inhale. Fold towards your right leg. Keeping the breath long and even with your lips sealed. Does this side feel different? Do you have different places that you're stretching, or is it the exact same as the other side? It's rhetorical. I just want you to think about it. If you tuck your chin way into your chest, Jalandhara Bandha, does that change it, the stretch? Sitting up, place the left foot on the floor with your knee up. Lean back onto your right hand or elbow. Pull that left heel more towards your rear. And then up you go, lift your rear end, take a big stretch over with that right arm, left arm, could be your left arm. Either flip into plank or sit down and then turn it over. Okay, lowering down all the way to the ground. Again, point your toes, tighten your quads, lift your face into Cobra, Bhujangasana. Maybe reaching back for your feet, but probably won't get them. Am I going to get mine? No. It's more of an effort of just like lifting the chest, right? Using your back muscles. And then lowering down. Push up and into down dog or child's pose. From down dog, this time, instead of walking backwards to your feet, I'm going to have you walk forwards to your feet. Hands. Walk forward toward your hands. Okay. We're still folding. Sorry, I meant to say that. Take a full inhale, use your hands to press into the mat, and then as you walk your hands up to your knees, stop halfway. Lift your head above your heart, just look forward to make sure you're not dizzy. That's all I'm having you do here. And then stand and reach up. Take a big stretch, maybe a back bend, and bring your arms down. Turn to face the windows in here. In the studio, take your feet wide. Okay, we're not going to stand for very long. I just want you to know that. Not that you care, but here we go. Hands to waist. Lift your gaze, take an inhale. Fold over, exhale. You can do interlaced behind you. Let your arms fall over or keep your hands on the floor. If you would like to bend one knee and lean to that side, that's nice for the adductors, inner thighs, and hamstrings. Or you can just keep your legs straight and fold down the center. Lifting up, press your hands into the mat, walk over to your right foot, walk to your right foot, and then turn, lift your back heel and turn your right toes to the short end of the mat. Drop down to your left knee. I'm going to use my block. Grab your block, left hand, put it on your left hand. Heel toe your right foot out to the side, turn your toes off your mat, your right foot, open your knee out to the right a little, and drop to your left elbow. Draw your waist in. Come off of your hands. Placing your right hand on the floor and then move that block over. Put your palms on the floor. Step back into down dog with your right leg up high. So tuck your back toes under, lift up. Reach that right leg up. Sweep your right foot forward and come up, warrior A. Take an inhale. Open to warrior B. Straighten your knee. Turn your toes forward. Clasp your hands behind you or just put your hands to your waist. Inhale, lift your gaze. Fold over again. So same thing that we did before. Maybe you want to add the side to side this time. Or Skandasana, dancing warrior. That's kind of fun. You're going to go down real far on that one. Turn your toes up. Pressing back up to center. Walk over to that left foot. Walk, walk, walk. Turn around and lift your back heel. Drop down to your right knee. Heel toe that left foot out to the side. Turn your toes off the mat. The block is going to go under your right elbow and drop that right hip flexor down. Let your left knee open a bit and breathe. Coming off of your hands. Maybe turn your wrists in some circles. Placing the left hand on the floor and then both hands on the floor. Tuck your back toes under to down dog. Lift your left leg up. Inhale. Placing your right foot down. Left foot, that's the one. Left foot, just regular old down dog. Take a full inhale. And exhale. Bringing your right knee forward for pigeon, your right knee, regular Ekapada Raja Kapotasana variation. Now, if you want to add in a quad stretch, you're going to stay up with the chest and reach back, grab your left foot. If you don't want to add in the quad stretch, you can fold over or still sit up tall. It doesn't matter. You can sit up on your knee if you can balance. Yeah, it just takes some more effort with that right hand. Yeah. Or you can sit on your right hip. Right hip off or on the floor, it doesn't matter. Whatever doesn't hurt your right knee. That's my answer. Whichever feels better on that right knee. We are simply going to switch legs. We're just going to sit back and swing around, and then we'll be left knee forward. And same thing, add the quad stretch, don't add it. It's up to you. Letting go of your foot if you're holding on to it. Press yourself up. Put your hands on the floor. Tuck your back toes under. And we're just going to step back into down dog, straighten out our knees, walk it out. Coming down to your knees. Okay, good. Taking your block, sitting up, sorry about that. Take your block, one block, placing it on the right top corner of your mat, flat. Yes. Okay. You're going to lower down onto your stomach and then open your right arm straight out like a T to the floor. Palm down, palm up. Do what's right for you. Then your shoulder is going to be right under, not on the block, but under it or below it or, just touching it. As you roll to your right, you're going to put your head on the block. As you roll to the right, you're going to put your head on the block. Your left hand is there for support. And then same with your left foot. So I put my left foot on the floor, but you don't have to. You might bend your knees and stack them, or it doesn't matter. Same with that left arm, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how far you go over, to the right, just that you can breathe and that you're not actually hurting your rotator cuffs. Take one more inhale. And then roll back onto your stomach, roll to the front. And we're going to move the block over to the left, but we're not going to go there quite yet. Placing your hands on the floor, push up to tabletop. And back into child's pose or down dog. From where you're at right now, just coming up to seated, reach your arms up in a big circle. Inhale, reach up. The left elbow is going to go under the right in eagle arms. Right elbow under the left. And you can lift your elbows high or you can bring them down. And then let go. And shake your arms out, and we're just going to come straight out again in front or lay down onto your stomach, and the left arm is going to go out like a T, and you're just going to roll onto your left ear on the block. And if you know this is wrong for you and you should not be doing it, I should not do this, I'm not doing it on this side, I'm just going to lay here on my stomach. Just like this. And wait and chill and breathe. For 3, 2, and 1. Rolling back. Use your hands, adjust. Move the block over, press into child's pose or down dog. That's a really intense stretch. So I used to go to this deep stretch class a long time ago, and she would hold that for like 4 minutes, that shoulder stretch. I could barely get out of it, and I felt bad moving in the middle, so I wouldn't. Annie. Silly person. You can always get out of it, anything, right? You don't have to stay just because the teacher says, we're going to be here for 4 minutes. And then coming up to seated, just come down to your knees, sit up, and we're going to reach up and left elbow under right eagle arms. I don't hold anything for longer than 50 seconds, ever. Ever. Not even that long. 20, 30. Letting go. Shake your arms out. Okay, good, fantastic. Let me check the time. Great. You're going to grab your strap and make your way up to standing. however you get there. So glad the heat's on. So cold. I don't think any of the straps have a loop. They don't, and that's good. I don't want a loop. Okay, so if you would like to not use the strap, totally fine. I'm going to show you what we're going to do. You can also go to the wall and turn to the wall, or turn to face it. So you're going to step on the middle of the strap with your right hand and match the ends up. And if you don't have a strap, it's okay. I got you. So you're going to cross it once and step through with your left foot. Then hold on to the very, very ends of it. Take it in your hands like you're going to jump rope. Yep. And I would highly suggest you have the actual ends, not any, don't roll it around your hands. Okay, because you'll need the space when we do this. Fix your gaze. Don't look anywhere except like somewhere that you can keep your gaze fixed. And then as you lean into your left leg, you're going to reach straight up overhead and forward a little bit. Overhead and forward. Your knee is going to bend. Yep. So you bend your right knee and let your heel come to your butt and press your arms up. And then start to lean forward slightly and kick your foot back a little bit. Now, if you fall over, you just let go of the strap and put your foot down. There's no reason to like hold on forever and timber down to the floor. If you don't have a strap where you're at, it's cool. You just reach back for your foot, reach your left arm forward and lean into it. So you're still balancing on your left foot. I just really like the version with the strap. So let's try the other side. Bring that foot down. See how it goes. Okay, so you're going to step on the strap with your left foot in the middle. Match up the ends, cross it once. Step through. Turn your hands up like you're going to jump rope. And then as you press your hands up to the ceiling, your left leg's going to bend. Press up, and left foot's going to come toward your butt. And then bring your arms forward a little bit so that you're not hurting your shoulders. You can move your arms wherever. That foot's just going to stay there. I feel like I have suspenders on. I do have suspenders on. Does anybody watch The Good Place? Michael goes, I'm going to try something new tonight. Suspenders. That was the first season, just to let you know. You didn't have to go to the 5th season to get that one. Oh, that's funny. You guys have great balance today. Seriously. No one's crashing and burning or flinging the strap around. Okay, come out of that. Put it down. Take a big reach up, inhale. Fold over, let that go, exhale. Optional vinyasa. Step back to plank. Chaturanga, you could do cobra or up dog and back to down dog. Or don't do that, right? And just sit down and lay down because that's where we're going. So sitting and laying down. I'm going to grab a block, but you can keep the block out of this. We're not going to do abs. I was thinking about it, but we're not. You can do them on your own right now. Grab your block, place it between your inner thighs, feet hip width apart and on the floor. We're just going to squeeze that block as we lift into a bridge. Maybe not as high as you can possibly go, but just focus on the effort of squeezing, pushing your arms down into the floor. Just doing a little leg effort here. Squeeze your glutes. And then lower down, bringing your knees in toward your chest. You can remove the block. Rock a little side to side. And we're going to do another bridge just like that, with or without the block. Lifting 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Coming down. If you have a block, remove it. Bring your knees in towards your chest again. Rock a little side to side. Rock up to seated. You're just going to fold, round your back, tuck your chin on purpose. Don't worry about how far you reach. I'm not even actually reaching. I'm resting my arms on my shins. I even have them crossed. Focus on tucking your chin, breathing into your back ribs. Even on purpose, round more and press your back ribs back as you fold. Rolling up to seated. Okay, grab your 2 blocks. We're going to place them approximately like a T behind you, nowhere near your butt. As you lay back, the block should hit your T12 and higher, so that's like where your ribs connect. And then let your arms fall open, let your feet fall open. If you'd like to remove the block under your head, you can, and let your head fall back. It should just feel like your rib cage is being lifted off the floor. Low back should not be involved in this. It's just off the floor because your rib cage is off the floor, but not hinged in any way because of the block. If you like this, stay. If you're thinking, I don't want to do this anymore, well, don't. Just don't do it. Come down to the floor. Do some windshield wipers. This is it. This is it. You're doing it now. You can rest this way or come down and lay on the ground. Everyone take a deep inhale. And exhale. I'm going to read to you from Meditations from the Mat. This is day 310, and it's on Dharana, concentration. Of course, that's this week's theme. Hazrat Inayat Khan said, "The world is evolving from imperfection towards perfection. It needs all love and sympathy. Great tenderness and watchfulness is required from each one of us." The asana classes I teach, and this book as well, are intended to be of use to the householder. I think of a householder as an individual who has not chosen to take monastic vows, but has instead decided to live in the flow of mainstream society, probably juggling a family and a career. Householders are members of the class of people who perform the difficult functions that make our civilization possible. They are the teachers, police officers, doctors, lawyers, soldiers, construction workers, scientists, and parents, some of the people we most admire, people who have embraced their roles wholeheartedly and have turned their daily work into an expression of love. Householders care for the young and care for the old. They work hard, and their bodies and minds must be able to withstand the rigors of service. Asana practice and meditation are ideally suited for sustaining the householder as he or she carries the burdens of adulthood. Hazrat Inayat Khan describes the most important responsibilities of a householder. The requirement that we move through the world as channels for love and sympathy, conducting ourselves with great tenderness and watchfulness. The asana develop our ability to act with great tenderness and watchfulness. When this ability becomes pronounced, we call it dharana, or the opposite of fear. To care for our world, we give loving attention to the moments of our days is the fruit. To care for our world, to give loving attention to the moments of our days is the fruit of our practice. Take a deep inhale, everyone. And exhale. Move your fingers and toes and wrists and ankles. If you're on blocks, come down from the blocks and lay flat on the ground, drawing your knees in and rocking a little side to side. And roll to your right. And press yourself up. Close your eyes, sit tall. Bring your palms together, thumbs to sternum, and lower your chin. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for trying new things, working hard, being present. Lokaha samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Thank you.